welcome to the TechBizShea Show. Thank you so much for tuning in to another one of our shows. I was in a Clubhouse. If you know what Clubhouse is, Clubhouse is like in my opinion, it's kind of like a listening room. It's kind of like a Zoom without a video camera, right? So, if you saw my other video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, please. I did a story regarding this, at that time, 63-year-old man who married an 18-year-old member of his church. And in that video that I did, I was concerned as of where were the parents of this young, impressionable young lady? Where were the parents? Because as a parent myself of two daughters, the kids are not for play. Do you understand? The kids are not for play. And that's the reason why I get upset when you have people on this YouTube flapping their gums about children and about, ages, and they don't have no children themselves, not even a sniff of a child, but want to talk about children and talking about dating young people and dating virgins. You have grown ass men on this YouTube talking about dating virgins. And the reason why those grown ass men are so intrigued of dating virgins is because those virgins do not know when the D is trash. Yes, they do not know that the D that's being served by that old ass man is trash. And God forbid a man will like any type of competition of comparing. And that's how sick that these sickos are on the internet. When they try to prey on these young people, not even experienced, because they don't like competition even in the bedroom. It is disgusting. So, since I am a parent and I have parents that watch me, as I was saying, I saw a Clubhouse regarding this whole situation that you see on your screen. That old ass man is the one we are talking about. He is a pastor of some type of church that is now being said by ex members that it is a cult. It is a flat out cult in the disguise of a church. We are not surprised at all. No, we are not. So when I was listening to that Clubhouse meeting regarding this situation here, it came out as of where this young woman's parents were and the mental condition of her mother. I heard about this as with my own ears a couple days ago. I had to kind of back away a little bit from the story for me to even talk about this, because the level of not giving this young woman protection, the reason why I keep saying women is because there are more young girls in this cult that are not protected by their fathers, by their uncles. Not only that, but there is money being exchanged for this girl. I have the recording right here. We're going to listen to it together. So you're not taking my words. You're taking the words of the people who have heard about the situation and is telling this young woman's story. Since obviously she is so brainwashed, she don't even know what is happening to her. I'm go ahead and play the recording, and we're going to come back after it is done.
See, again, her father walked her down the aisle, and those that are members of the church, will know these people personally. I only know what I have received information and now have belief of. Her father walked her down the aisle. Her father ensured that she married him. Her father is on payroll at the church. That is his primary source of income. Her mother, to what I understand, is at a point of mental, emotional, and spiritual exhaustion after coming out of this abusive environment, after experiencing, to my understanding, an extremely difficult divorce from her father. To my understanding, she has two younger children, and she's somewhat removed. She's outnumbered. She's outpowered. She's outmanned and outstrengthened. And so I empathize with where her mother is. But her father is present. To my understanding, there's an uncle that is in that church too that read some petition or something co-signing it there at the wedding. There's an aunt that's present. So she's got other family, but they're all also in the system under the same mental oppression as the rest of these folks.
Yeah, Pastor Tony, and let me add something too. Even with his dad, with her dad. So and her mom. I'm think when this is the information that I received as well. When um when I guess Jordan told her mom that she was going to marry him, she was not okay with it, and mysteriously, um, I think the day before or the week of the wedding, I think if I'm not mistaken, they said the day before or the week of the wedding, she mysteriously had to be Baker acted. Um, and she was not, because they were saying, well, why she just didn't show up to the church. She mysteriously got Baker acted and was put in a mental home. And they were saying that, that Dwight and his team and the people that he know in the city were behind it. Her father and her uncle, which is her dad's brother, they have a restaurant. And to my understanding, Dwight, he put up the money for that restaurant to be able to marry the Jordan.
And that's where we are at, folks. That is where we are at. The Dwight that they're talking about is this 60, I believe he's now 64-year old man here, Bishop Dwight Reed, is who the Clubhouse meeting of the members or people who talk with members to get the information is saying that he pretty much purchased that young woman. In some religions or whatever, that's called using a dowry. This is heartbreaking that not only do you have the members of her family walking her down the aisle, her own father, who is more concerned about money of a restaurant, paying his bills, than seeing there's something wrong with my young daughter marrying this old ass man. Rather than saying no, leave my daughter alone, I'm taking my daughter out of this church, instead of the father being appalled that his young daughter is in this situation, he walks her down the aisle. Members are in attendance. Allegedly, her mother is locked into a mental institute. So not only do you have this foolishness going on, here's the thing. After I heard that, in that Clubhouse meeting. It is an app that you download. It's called Clubhouse. I couldn't listen to nothing else. I was done. That's all I needed to hear. As of this story just got worse. Her parents knew. The mother, at least is what they're painted as, felt helpless, that she couldn't even help her own daughter to get her out of that situation, but the father is part of it. And to add more insult to everything, this old ass man here actually sent a cease and desist letter. Yes. And I got this off of a YouTuber called Larry Reed Live. This is what he posted on his community tab. The cease and desist letter. I'm hoping it's big enough for you to read, because there's a lot on here, and then there's a lot that is not on here. Of course, this Dwight Reed, a 64-year-old, and the young lady is 19 now, I do believe. And it says in that letter, among other things, of course, the normal saying, oh, you need to stop calling me a predator. He sent this to Bishop Siegel, saying, oh, you need to stop calling me a predator. You need to pretty much stop talking about me. This is what this letter is all about. That saying, you need to stop saying that the white, I don't even want to call him a bishop, because it's a slap in the face, okay, to all other righteous bishops, okay? Saying that you need to stop saying that he stole from the family. Obviously, as we heard the story, he didn't steal, he paid for it. He didn't say that as of stop telling people that I, paid for my bride. No, he didn't want to say that. He did want to, stop calling him a pervert and all that kind of stuff. I'm happy that I played the recording first so you can hear it. So you can hear it and understand as of what exactly was the timeline. So you can see in this cease and desist letter that he did not say anything about stop telling people about that money. Stop telling people that her father is on a payroll. Stop telling everybody that, the mother was separated from her daughter because he's locked up in a mental institute. Yeah. There's another part on here that was not talked about on that recording, and it is number 4. That Jordan was pregnant before they got married. So, of course, the question is she pregnant? Is she with child right now? Is this young woman with child right now? So if you are concerned about, this Bishop Siegel, you need to stop telling people that Jordan was pregnant before they got married. So was she pregnant after? Is she pregnant now? I did not hear that from the snippet that I took from the Clubhouse meeting that is on YouTube. You can look it up. Another YouTuber called Let Me See Your Transcripts has this on her YouTube page. So blessings out to the YouTubers out there that is covering this story for it to garner some type of awareness, so everybody will know that there's evil once again lurking among the house of God. The Trojan horse, I like to call. The Trojan horse of these people who like to These old ass men who likes to watch children from the shadows, and when they turn 18, then all of a sudden they want to swoop down and marry. Trojan horses, as I like to call them, of the church, of the house of God. But nobody in that church had the stamina, had the balls, not even our own father, to remove their children from that situation. And this man has the audacity, as you can see on your screen, to send a cease and desist letter to one of the bishops who are trying to help this young woman and any other minors that is in that situation. This is what people do. They try to use the court system to silence people from telling their dirt. This type of foolishness within the church has gone on for too long. That you have these men in the church knowing good and darn well that the outside world of their church was not born last night. We know, and everybody will know about what is going on over there in that church. That's my statement, and we're out.